How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with eTrailer.com, and we're going to take a closer look at our Sure Grip running boards on the Toyota Tacoma. Westin is a really solid quality brand across the board. As far as the Sure Step, these guys are going to give you more of an OEM look as far as how close it mounts to the body of the vehicle. It's a cradle mount style, meaning that the brackets hold the step from underneath and is bolted directly to the frame, so it gives you ultimate stability for it. The material is a lightweight extruded aluminum that is powder coated to protect against corrosion. Aluminum in general is naturally corrosion resistant, and then you have the polymer alloy end caps on the end that's going to help keep the dirt and mud and grime from sticking to the metal. Essentially, the weight on this guy is pretty sturdy. I'm confident stepping onto it to step into the truck and out, putting my entire weight on it. So let's see how much space we have as far as ground clearance. So just going off of where we are from the ground, stock height, you're at 14.5 inches. And from the door, you're out about 4 3/4 inches as far as how far you're sticking away from the door. The step itself, the tread area, is right at 4.5. So decent amount of space to get your foot on. Feels really good as far as what it gives you to walk, and does go all the way to the rear on your double cab model, and still very sturdy going across. So very confident in that. So overall, really, really good step. Now that we've taken a look at the step a little bit closer to see what features it does for your Tacoma, let me show you how to install it. Overall, it's a pretty easy installation. So when you open your package for your running boards, you're going to have 2 boards. You're going to have 6 brackets. They're going to be labeled and stamped with driver or passenger side. The driver side brackets were in a green bag. So you're going to have one going to 3 points of contact that are pre-drilled already from Toyota. You have a bag of hardware, and the tools you need to get this guy installed is a flathead screwdriver, 13mm socket, and a torque wrench. All right, now that we have all of our materials put together and we're under our truck, we're going to go ahead and start our installation. You want to identify your front bracket. It's going to be slightly different from your center rear bracket. As you can see, the connection point under the vehicle is a little bit different. The 2 rear are going to be the same, and the one that's different is going to be your driver front, and it's stamped DF on the front, on the side of the bracket. Now you're going to take your flathead screwdriver, and we're going to remove these thread protectors. And with this being a 23, it's not too bad, but if your Toyota's been on the road a few years, it may still be a little bit corroded, but on this one it's going to be a pretty simple install, and it's just slightly threaded, and then you just kind of pull them out. And then we're going to take our take our bolt, lock washer, and flat washer, and use that to install our front bracket. So I'm going to put this guy in, try not to drop it on my face. Just kind of start it out. And this is why I start to put together my fasteners, to make it a lot easier to just grab it and get it in. And once I get the threads to bite, I'll grab my 13mm socket and we'll just tighten it down. Now we're not going to torque it all the way. We're just going to give ourselves enough play so we can make any adjustments if needed with installing the step. All right, we're going to take our square nuts and insert them along this track. We're just gonna put 3 in each track to correspond with the 3 holes on the front, middle, and rear bracket. So I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it and then make adjustments as needed. We're gonna align our bolts with the holes on the bracket, and we're just gonna drop it over. Small assembly tip. Once you have your bolts in, it's easier if you're laying here at the driver's side to align the bolts into the brackets, saving you a lot of adjustment time. Because I can reach, when I get those rear 2 in, I can visually see that. And it makes it easier to align the ones that are closer to my face. And we can get it all dropped in quite easily. So now we're gonna get our nuts and our socket wrench and fasten this guy to the brackets, as well as our torque wrench. So I would say that if you were looking for something that's a real easy improvement to get better stepping in and out of your vehicle, you can't go wrong with this one. So again, this is Ed with eTrailer.com, taking a look at the Westin Sure Grip on our 2023 Toyota Tacoma.